So, hello guys. I'm out here on a beautiful morning potting up some T.R Hovey, or is it Hovey? I don't know. Papayas. Look at those little guys. And just stick them in larger pots. I started the seeds in these cells and moving them up to 1 gallon pots here. It is the beginning of October, so I'm going to let them get some size over the winter. And then I'll probably stick them in the ground next year, and I fully expect to get fruit off these next year. So, interesting little variety. This is apparently a hermaphroditic variety, which means it'll self-pollinate, produce its own fruit, and it is apparently a shorter dwarf variety. It's a bit hard to find out the heights on these. From what I can gather, they'll get about anywhere from 4 to 8 feet, 8 feet on the higher end after it's a few years old. But they apparently do start fruiting at about 2 feet or so, once they get a good base in them. Papayas are super quick to grow in general, but this variety is dwarf and apparently fruits even faster. So, not much information out here. Everybody, you look on the internet, it's all regurgitated info that everybody copies and pastes when they're selling the seeds. But from what I can gather, it was a variety that was developed for hydroponic growing, growing them in big hydroponic pots indoors. That's why they're 100% hermaphroditic and on the smaller side. But they can be grown in dirt, of course, But interesting all the same. I'm not a huge fan of papaya fruit, but they are just so productive. I mean, it's what I do, I grow fruits. And what I don't eat, we'll go to the chickens, the pigs, the cows, the goats, or I can store it, or I like candied papaya actually. Not a big fan of raw papaya, fresh raw papaya. It's kind of iffy. But I like my candied papaya, so maybe I'll candy some. Who knows? Who knows, guys? But yeah, just a quick little video, and we'll follow along. I'll pot these up, and I'll make subsequent videos as they're growing for you. But these are only a month old from seed. They sprouted within a few days, and growing fairly quick already. Put these in September, and here we are at the beginning of October. Very nice. Some of them sprouted a bit slower, so there's larger ones, but very fast growing already and nice and happy. But put some information out there as these guys grow, and yeah, grow food, guys. Grow papayas, and they're super productive, very easy to grow. They don't like the cold, even though we do freeze in my area. There's papayas everywhere, so they can recover from getting frosted a bit. Some are more cold tolerant than others. Not entirely sure on the cold tolerance of this variety, but I guess we will find out, won't we? So, love you guys. Keep an eye out for videos. Like and subscribe, right? Wherever you're watching this, YouTube or Brighteon, wherever it happens to be. And yeah, see how these do for me. So far, very happy with them, right? I don't have to plant out seed and wonder which ones are males and which ones are females, months down the road after they're 5 feet tall, and then have to kill all the males on me, right? So it's awesome that they are all hermaphroditic. Pretty cool, especially from seed. Can't beat that. The T.R Hovey, I'll call it, papaya. I believe that was the guy's name who developed it, by the way. So, pretty cool. And just sticking them in some repurposed potting mix here.